On November 24, 2025, Sweden's defense minister reported that the country would be choosing a supplier for its multi-billion Swedish kroner acquisition of 4 new frigates early next year. The new frigates are set to be the biggest surface warships in Sweden's navy and have an expected lifespan of 40 years. This type of frigate, known as Luleå-Class, initially had Saab producing an initial design with engineering support from Babcock of the UK. But it looks like Sweden is eyeing existing designs to get ships delivered sooner. Let's take a look at the state of this project for today's video. Let's go back a few years to 2023. In a report by Naval News, it was stated that Sweden's future surface combatant ships would be known as Luleå-Class. The website adds that the ships of this class would be named after coastal cities along the long Swedish coast from north to west. The first ship in class will be known as Luleå, while the other ships will have the names Norrköping, Trelleborg, and Halmstad. In May 2024, Saab was contracted by the Swedish Defence Materiel Administration, or FMV, to manage the basic design phase of the Luleå-Class project. This 2024 deal was to see Saab develop a so-called basic design for the Luleå-Class, with Babcock supporting engineering as well as structural design and auxiliary systems. On this latter note, Saab underscored that a program of this size typically involves a large number of partners and suppliers in different areas. The new Luleå-Class is to complement the current visby-class corvettes, first launched in 2000, and anti-air warfare will be one of the main capabilities of the new ships. But just because the FMV has asked Saab and Babcock to work on a design doesn't mean that it's necessarily locked in to having the vessels ultimately produced by these firms. This was made clear earlier in 2025 when Naval News reported that the French FDI-type frigate was being discussed as a potential candidate for Swedish needs, FDI standing for Frégate de Défense et d'Intervention. The media outlet confirming information with FMV reported that Sweden could turn to France to carry out the delivery of 4 ships with a capable air defense and an ASW helicopter based aboard the vessels. In their email to Naval News, FMV explained that it had been tasked with a, quote, alternative procedure for the procurement of new surface combatants to the Swedish armed forces. This procedure includes the evaluation of a number of different existing products from different suppliers, and the evaluation of the different manufacturers and their products will continue to the end of 2025. As Naval News highlights, the reasoning to look beyond the Saab-Babcock contract is unclear, although timeline seems to be the more obvious reason. For Sweden, the plan is to have the first vessel in service by 2030, with all 4 delivered by 2035. This could be too much to handle when undertaking a clean sheet design. Indeed, it's said to be a fairly tight timeline even for an existing design which hasn't even been ordered yet. Naval News highlights that there have been no surface warfare vessels even close in size or capability designed or built in Sweden, and so it might simply be a case of the authorities concluding that the only possibility to achieve the schedule is to lean more heavily on an existing foreign design. And so, fast-forwarding to November 2025, Reuters stated that Sweden could make a decision by early 2026. Defense Minister Paul Jonsson, speaking at a news conference with the French Minister of the Armed Forces, was quoted as saying, "I think and I hope that we can make a decision by early next year in regards to our new frigates program." In the Reuters piece, it was stated that an alternative from French maker Naval Group had been named specifically as a design under consideration. The French minister stated, "France could meet the Swedish request. We could deliver a frigate in 2030, an entirely equipped one including defensive measures, and of course we propose a partnership with Swedish industry, in particular Saab. Other alternatives are said to include frigates from Spain's Navantia and, well, of course, Britain's Babcock in collaboration with Saab." And so, with Sweden yet to decide on a design and shipbuilder, we won't have any technical specifications to share with you, such as size and armaments, at least not in this video. We can tell you, however, that Naval Group's FDI has a displacement of 4,500 tons, a length of 122 meters, a width of 18 meters, and a maximum speed of 27 knots. It can be out at sea without replenishment for 45 days and is operated with a crew of 125 with the ability to accommodate 28 additional passengers. We'll be sure to stay on top of this topic and make an update video once Sweden makes its decision in early 2026. But what do you think of the country's situation with its Luleå-Class frigates? Do you think the Saab Babcock team and their clean sheet design would be able to meet a 2030 deadline for first delivery? Or do you think going with a French solution is the way to go? Let us know by leaving a comment.